York, where court has recessed for the day in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. Scripps News Group's Alex Miller is outside the federal courthouse. Alex, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us what key testimony has stood out to you today, please.
Well, Capricorn Clark sobbed through the entire afternoon of cross-examination today, just coming across completely heartbroken as she described the kidnapping where Diddy kidnapped her to bring her to Kid Cudi's house, as she described their friendship, and then the fallout from this entire situation. She seems completely shaken by the entire experience. The jury was able to see some emails that she sent to Sean Combs over the course of years, trying to get their friendship back after this whole experience at Kid Cudi's house. There was one email in 2015 where she says that she hopes that he makes good on his promise to get over things and be her friend again. There was discussion about how she was rehired with Sean Combs. Remember, she was fired. And then she went back under a different position, this time to work for Cassie Ventura. She talked about being heartbroken, feeling like she only went back because Cassie wanted her back, not because Sean Combs wanted her back. She really got into the fact that she believes this job was her life. Her parents died when she was young. Her son has autism and he's nonverbal. She made it very clear that this was everything to her and how difficult it was for her when she no longer was working for Sean Combs. She talked about the fact that Diddy made it difficult for her to get a job after he had fired her, that she would go to meetings with potential employers and they would actually turn into situations where they would tell her to leave Sean Combs alone. And the fallout from this entire situation has impacted her career greatly. She really had not been able to work except for when she went back to work for Combs. So this kind of putting together the testimony that we saw earlier in the day, as she described really being threatened by Sean Combs from day one. On her very first day working for him, he took her into Central Park late at night after 9 p.m. after finding out that she had worked for Suge Knight, who was one of his biggest rivals at the time, and he threatened to kill her on the very first day. There were a ton of other incidents just like this where he would threaten her life. One time when he thought that she stole jewelry from him, he locked her in a room for 5 days with a lie detector test, threatening to throw her into the East River if she did not pass this lie detector test. There were incident after incident that we saw of her detailing her experiences and fear of Sean Combs, but it was juxtaposed with the defense. For her, it seemed like love for working for him, despite the fact that it was really a traumatic incident for her to work for him for all of those years.
All right, Alex Miller, thank you so much for bringing it to life for us to know exactly what's going on inside that courtroom with that compelling testimony.